Hello, my name is Bill Truscott. I'm the Arboriculture Manager at Mount Cuba Center. A couple things I keep in mind when I'm sorting through, trying to figure out in the inventory what I'm going to water. I like to look at the observed condition of the tree. I like to see if the foliage is drooping or if it's being shed, if it's kind of wilting, some of the new shoots are wilting. I also look for contraction on the stem to see if the water is pulled out of the stem and is starting to collapse. You'll see little cracks possibly appear in severe cases, something to look at. I also want to know recent weather. I check weather records. I want to get an idea of when the last time was we had substantial rain, like maybe an inch or more for over a prolonged period of time, extremely important. I also like to figure out what's going on in the soil. What's the soil moisture level like? I use an inexpensive probe like this to just kind of randomly go around and check depth and spread to see what kind of readings I'm getting instead of guessing at where the soil moisture level is. I also want to know species tendency. Some trees are extremely good at handling drought. I think of chestnut oak in this area can grow in very dry, rocky conditions. But there are other species that aren't very good at handling it. They would rather be in wet conditions, and maybe we have them misplaced where we put them. So it's something I keep in mind. Who's vulnerable? I check those trees out. And then I like to know if it's an installed tree like this one is, when was it installed? Was it just put in this year? Maybe back in March or something like that? Does it have a couple years in this site? It tells me a lot about where the root distribution is, how much it's gone out. And then when I'm doing triage, when I'm trying to figure out which trees I'm going to water first, those ones that were planted very recently will get my attention usually at the beginning. Just a couple of things to keep in mind when you actually water. I really like to see the water get directly to the soil, direct contact. I don't like a lot of things like thick layers of crusty mulch are a problem. I don't like those. I prefer leaves. But I like to see that water get directly to the soil. And then sort of like a good rule of thumb is deep and slow. You want to get that water deep in the whole area over where the root system is, and you want to go in slow. You don't want runoff. You want it to go directly down, work its way into the soil. So that's our little session for today. I hope it's been helpful. Thank you for watching.